You're about to step aboard a luxury lifestyle straight out of myth, Monaco's very own Zeus, Ilan Tobianah. We're starting on his massive yacht and soaring into his jaw-dropping supercars. What custom touches did he insist on? Stick around, you'll see rare hypercars, vintage muscle, and bespoke craftsmanship at its best. First things first, this isn't some rented party boat with disco lights and champagne sprays. This is Zeus's yacht, docked right in the heart of Monaco's Port Hercules. It doesn't blare music or try to outshine its neighbors, it outclasses them. From a distance, the hull looks simple, elegant, all bright white and understated lines. But walk closer and you'll catch a razor-thin stripe of deep cobalt Zeus blue tucked just beneath the rail, a subtle signature. There's no name emblazoned across the side, no tacky custom wraps, just precision and intent. You don't need to be told it's his, you just know. Step aboard and the vibe changes instantly. It's not about flash, it's about feel. The deck layout is minimalist and clean, like someone deleted every unnecessary button and distraction. The air smells faintly like teak and salt. Glass doors slide open into a lounge space that feels more like a Milanese penthouse than a boat. You've got wraparound suede seating, leather-wrapped bulkheads, and ambient lighting built into the structure. No visible sources, just soft glow. And not a single corner screams for attention. The wealth here doesn't need to be loud, it radiates. Full marble bathrooms are tucked behind seamless doors. The main staircase doesn't twist for drama, it floats, weightless on a central spine, leading to upper decks that hold everything from a glass-walled master suite to a private screening room. There's even a fitness space, small but curated, stocked with gear you'd find in a $10,000 a month private club. No mirrors, just clean space, ocean views, and silence. And yeah, there's a helipad, because when your garage includes a Bugatti and multiple Lamborghinis, you're not calling for a cab to the dock. But here's where it gets interesting. This isn't just a luxury escape or status toy. For Tobianah, this yacht is a hub, a creative space, a headquarters. It's where deals happen, interviews get shot, and designers drop in to preview concepts. DJs have performed private sets on this deck. International stylists have staged fittings here. It's not just for cruising, it's where the brand of Zeus gets built. There's even a hidden retractable platform at the rear, designed specifically to load vehicles. Yes, cars. This yacht houses them. Below deck, a custom-built cargo bay opens like a vault, revealing whatever monster machine Zeus feels like unleashing that weekend. It's not fiction. This floating mansion carries horsepower. And that's the vibe. Quiet dominance. Understatement with serious bite. He could have bought a gold-plated yacht with hot tubs shaped like champagne glasses, but he didn't. He went sleek, shadowy, purpose-built. Because this isn't a party boat, it's a launch pad. And right now, under that slick hull, the hydraulics are shifting, the ramp is lowering, and out rolls something loud, something American. Old school steel on modern steroids, no gloss, no filters, just V8 muscle and Monaco marble clashing head on. And guess what it is? Stick around, we're opening the garage, and Zeus is starting with muscle. This one's different. The Delage D12 isn't just a hypercar, it's basically a street-legal fighter jet. Ilan's spec? Jet black with razor-sharp blue pinstripes down low, like it's breaking the sound barrier standing still. Inside, it's not even a regular cabin, it's a single-file cockpit, driver up front, passenger directly behind, like an F1 car built for two. Delage came back from the dead to build the most extreme road car possible, and they delivered. 7.6-liter V12 hybrid setup, over 1100 horsepower, rear-wheel drive, 0 to 60 in under 2.5 seconds. Zeus didn't settle for a standard spec either. He went for the lighter club version, built for track days, but still somehow street legal. All carbon fiber, adaptive suspension, active aero. Even the tires were developed with Michelin's racing team. No cup holders, no screens, just forged paddles, an F1 wheel, and a custom carbon seat molded to his body. It's not a car you just hop into, you prepare for it. And rumor has it, Zeus had it flown straight to Monaco and lowered into a private bay before the public even knew the model existed. So why own one? Because nothing else feels like it. This isn't about speed for the sake of it. It's about owning the rarest, sharpest tool in the shed. And here's the twist. His next car, it cost even more, and it looks like it belongs in a Tarantino flick. Sitting in Zeus's Monaco garage is an all-American legend. A 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS, not a dusty showpiece, not some nostalgic wallflower collecting fingerprints behind velvet ropes. This one's been rebuilt from the ground up and tuned to punch way above its weight. In a sea of hyper-polished exotics and tech-heavy status symbols, the Chevelle doesn't blend in. It kicks the door down and dares you to flinch. It's more of an attitude than an artifact. Gloss black paint so deep it almost looks wet. Blood red racing stripes stretch from hood to trunk like a warning label. And the chrome? Blinding in sunlight, but clean enough to catch your reflections as you pass by. Just standing still, it radiates menace, but you don't really get the message until it roars to life. Under the cowl hood lives a beast, a modern LSX V8 swap, tuned and forged to push nearly 700 horsepower. This thing doesn't hum, it growls, it shakes the ground, and it's not just a garage princess or trailer queen. Zeus drives it, a lot. This car's been seen winding through coastal backroads, lighting up Monaco tunnels, and even pulling up to the same beach clubs you'd expect to see Bugattis and Rolls. But this one doesn't ask for a valet, it announces itself. And the interior? Forget the usual retro restoration cliches. Inside, it walks a tightrope between old school charm and modern aggression. You've got a leather-wrapped dash that looks straight out of a custom race build, carbon-trimmed center panels, and a hidden touchscreen behind a flip-up panel. Stealthy, clean, and perfectly suited for the kind of guy who wants performance without flash. Race-style bucket seats grip the driver like it's prepping for launch, not a cruise. There are no overblown digital displays, no cheesy retro gimmicks, just raw, tactile driving. Now picture this thing crawling through Monaco's tight streets. It doesn't blend with the ballet of soft-spoken Bentleys or the sleek silence of electrics. It disrupts. It echoes off marble buildings and stone walkways, bouncing sound down luxury avenues. You can practically hear the champagne glasses rattle as it idles past. People at cafes stop mid-sip. Some look confused, some look impressed, but nobody ignores it. And that's the point. Zeus didn't add this to flex wealth. He added it to flex energy. It's unpredictable, it's loud, it doesn't apologize. Where his Chiron whispers exclusivity and his Rolls murmur sophistication, the Chevelle shouts rebellion. It tells you he didn't just walk out of a showroom with a black card. He built this. Or more accurately, he chose this. Why keep a 70 Chevelle SS when you've got a garage full of 7-figure exotics? Because this one brings something the others can't. Soul. It doesn't care about lap times. It doesn't need launch control. It's about grip, growl, and guts. It connects you to the road the way modern cars don't. Every vibration, every gear change, it's muscle in its purest form, raw, analog, and rebellious. So would you keep something like this in your garage? Or does it stand out a little too much in a world of polished perfection? Because for Zeus, that's the whole point. It should stand out. Now this one's just pure charisma. The Da Vinci DB720 looks like something Gatsby would drive if he lived in 2025. Long fenders, exposed suspension arms, and oversized wire-spoke wheels. It's all drama. But here's the kicker. It's fully electric. And built in France, this car was never meant to blend in. Zeus's version has a deep matte navy body with tan leather seats and polished brass trim. It's part hot rod, part steampunk, part Bond villain getaway car. There's no roof, no windows, and definitely no touchscreen. Underneath, the DB720 is powered by a 100% electric drivetrain with instant torque. It's not chasing top speed. It's about smooth, silent cruising through city streets while looking like a time traveler. Range? About 150 miles, but for Zeus it's more about the arrival than the distance. Inside you get toggle switches, an aviation-inspired gauge cluster, and that hand-stitched leather wrapped over every surface. The driving position is low and stretched out. You sit back, one hand on the wood-rimmed wheel, and the world just slows down. He doesn't drive this one to impress. He drives it to confuse you. It looks like a museum piece until it silently pulls away without a sound. That's the appeal. Would you roll up to your next meeting in this vintage-inspired cruiser, or would you save your seat for something a little more aggressive? Because right after silence, Zeus brings the storm. This one isn't just black, it's jet black, midnight black, blackout on black black. Ilan's Lamborghini Aventador looks like it was carved out of obsidian, and it doesn't whisper when it moves. It screams. This is the kind of car you don't park, you display it. Wide, low, with sharp angry lines and scissor doors that shoot straight up. It has all the drama you'd expect from a Monaco playboy with a taste for the theatrical. It's the kind of car that doesn't ask for a second glance, it demands a full turn of the head. Even in a city where Ferraris and McLarens are background noise, this Aventador cuts through the static. People stop, cameras come out, and when it starts, the bark of that engine is like a thunderclap in a glass city. Underneath that stealth bomber look is a naturally aspirated V12 that revs to the heavens, past 8,000 RPM. It pushes 730 horsepower straight to all four wheels, launching from 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds. But raw numbers doesn't tell the full story here. This car is visceral, the kind of machine that punches you in the chest with every gear shift. Zeus didn't settle for the stock sound either. He went full madman with a custom titanium exhaust system that shoots flames and shakes window panes. It's loud in a way that's borderline illegal, and that's exactly the point. And the inside, black leather wraps the cabin like a shadow. Black Alcantara stretches across the dash and door panels, stitched through with subtle gold threading, a nod to excess but still restrained. He swapped out the dated factory infotainment for a bespoke touchscreen system with night mode graphics that feel more stealth fighter than supercar. Even the steering wheel's been rebuilt in forged carbon, trimmed with digital telemetry displays, half spaceship, half chaos. It's the car he takes out when he wants Monaco to feel like Gotham. Midnight runs through the French Riviera tunnels, windows blacked out, taillights glowing like lava. The sound of the V12 echoing off stone walls like a war cry. It's not for attention, it's for presence, for mood, for attitude. And yet, somehow this isn't the only Aventador in his garage. which raises the question, why would someone who already owns the most menacing version of this supercar also choose to get a second one in a completely different style? Well, in his word, it's not about redundancy, it's about duality. He doesn't believe in either or, he believes in both. And if one Aventador is a dark knight, the other? It's straight up lava. Here now we switch gears. Same platform, totally different vibe. Ilan's orange Aventador is the extrovert of the duo. Bright, loud, and impossible to miss. The paint alone is enough to stop traffic. It's the classic Lamborghini Arancio Argos, glowing like fire under the sun. Mechanically, it's still got the same V12 monster heart, but where the black Aventador is about stealth and style, this one's about spectacle. He's had the wheels customized in gloss black with orange calipers, plus custom aero fins added around the back to give it even more flair. Inside, things get wild. Orange stitching, orange piping, and even orange seatbelts. It's not subtle, and it's not supposed to be. He brings this one out during Grand Prix weekends, when Monaco is packed and every road is a catwalk. The doors go up, cameras go flashing, and the Aventador lives up to its name. There's even a retractable roof panel, because what's the point of a showstopper if you can't enjoy that Riviera sun while stuck in traffic? Which one would you pick? The sleek black menace or the bold orange icon? Whichever side you're on, one thing's clear, this collection doesn't miss. And if you've made it this far, you've probably got an eye for serious machines. Hit that like button and subscribe. We've got plenty more where that came from. Let's get into Zeus's idea of a daily driver, because of course it's as wild as you'd expect. Ilan's Lamborghini Urus is what happens when you want SUV practicality but refuse to give up supercar DNA. This thing has 4 seats, a trunk, and enough ground clearance to handle real roads, but don't get it twisted, it's still a Lambo. Finished in a matte gray wrap with gloss black accents, the Urus in this lineup looks sleek and a little mean. It's got huge 23-inch wheels, carbon ceramic brakes, and a quad exhaust setup that sounds like a sports car, not a family hauler. Inside, it's a tech-laden lounge, premium leather, ambient lighting, touchscreens everywhere. And just like his other cars, Ilan didn't leave it stock. He had the infotainment reprogrammed, added a custom Alcantara steering wheel, and even swapped the standard seats for sport buckets that hug tighter. It's the one he uses for casual outings, the gym, the marina, or just cruising around with friends. With over 640 horsepower from a twin-turbo V8, it's no slouch either. It'll hit 190 without blinking, while still handling grocery duty. It's the daily driver that doesn't compromise. Comfortable enough for errands, brutal enough to remind you it's still a Lambo. Let's slow it down, just a little, and talk about Ilan's Ferrari 488 Spider. This one's more than just a convertible Ferrari, it's Ilan's open-air weapon. The 488 Spider brings mid-engine perfection and twin-turbo V8 power, but wraps it in something a little softer, a little more elegant, a red Italian suit with carbon fiber bones. He didn't go wild with this one. Instead of flashy mods, he kept it clean, Rosso Corsa paint, black wheels, and just a hint of carbon fiber along the skirts and diffuser. But what really makes it special is the retractable hardtop. One press and you're cruising Monaco with the sky as your ceiling. The 3.9-liter V8 pushes out 661 horsepower, and the way it responds is razor sharp. It's not about top speed, it's about how instantly it reacts when you tap the throttle. It's the car Ilan uses when he's feeling a bit more low-key, but still wants heads turning at every light. Inside, it's got custom Alcantara inserts, Ferrari's signature yellow tech, and a sound system that's been totally swapped out for a higher-end setup. He's not just listening to engine noise. Sometimes it's house beats or soft jazz, depends on the night. It's the perfect Ferrari balance, power, elegance, and open-top freedom. But when Zeus wants to swap redline thrills for something a little more refined, something that doesn't beg for attention, but commands it, he steps into this next machine. The Rolls-Royce Phantom drophead in Zeus's lineup isn't just built to race, it's built to arrive. It's less a car, more an entrance. That massive upright grille and polished stainless steel hood don't just catch light, they command it. The suicide doors open wide like an invitation to royalty, and the spirit of ecstasy doesn't just sit on the hood, it leads the way like a crown on wheels. Even in Monaco, where S-Class Mercedes are taxis and Bentleys are background noise, this Phantom still floats through the streets like a silent flex. And make no mistake, it is silent. Rolls-Royce didn't just throw in insulation, they engineered the cabin to mute the outside world. You don't hear the city, you don't feel bumps, you glide. The version Zeus owns is customized, of course. Cream leather with navy blue piping, a starlight headliner that mimics the night sky, and real teak decking on the rear tonneau, like a yacht deck on 4 wheels. The fabric roof folds away without a sound, revealing an open-air lounge that's more serene than 5-star suite. Under the hood, it packs a massive naturally aspirated V12, but don't expect drama. It delivers torque like a whisper, effortless, uninterrupted, smooth as silk. It's not here to prove a point on a racetrack, it's here to make a statement without ever raising its voice. For Ilan Tobianah, it's the perfect reflection of his Monaco persona. Understated power, authority without noise, confidence in motion. It doesn't need to roar to be heard. It's the definition of moving luxury. And if the Phantom is the quiet king, what follows is the opposite, the untamed beast at the other end of the garage. Now enter the Bugatti Chiron. This is Zeus's final word, a hypercar so outrageous it practically bends physics. We're talking 1500 horsepower from a quad turbocharged W16 engine. That's not just fast, that's warp speed with leather seats. 0 to 60 in under 2.5 seconds, and it doesn't even flinch until it hits over 260. It's not built for roads, it's barely built for Earth. But what makes Zeus's Chiron even crazier is how personal it is. Matte graphite paint wraps around exposed carbon fiber with a subtle shimmer under sunlight. The wheels are finished in a darker brushed alloy, almost stealth-like, and inside, Alcantara lines the dashboard with cobalt blue accents woven through the stitching, vents, and seatbelts. An exact match to his yacht detailing and personal brand. It's curated, not just spec'd. And here's what really separates it from other Bugattis sitting untouched in temperature-controlled garages. This one moves, regularly. Zeus isn't afraid to put mileage on it. You'll spot it tearing through Monaco's mountain tunnels or parked unapologetically outside Café de Paris. It's not a trophy, it's a weapon. Yet for all its muscle, the Chiron still has grace. The adaptive suspension adjusts for city streets, and the dual-clutch transmission makes low-speed crawling feel, well, somewhat civilized. It's the kind of machine that can cruise calmly on the marina and then unleash absolute chaos with a single flick of the right foot. Together with the Phantom, it shows two extremes of Zeus's collection. One whispers elegance, the other screams performance. One's made to be admired, the other demands you keep up, if you can. This isn't just a car collection, it's a personality expressed through horsepower, heritage, and presence. That's the world of Ilan Tobianah, aka Monaco Zeus. His collection isn't just about flexing wealth, it's strategic, personal, and obsessively curated. From old school muscle to hypercars and a floating palace, every piece serves a purpose. Which one surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments, and if you're still watching, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more insane collections like this one. You don't want to miss what we've got lined up next.